Not happy with our start, and then I do like our response in the first half to climb back into the ball game. We still, I thought, missed some layups and missed some free throws and maybe blew an opportunity to possibly have a lead at halftime with some of those things that were happening. But all things considered, to go into the half the way we started the game was I was kind of happy with where we were positioned. Second half, I have to watch the tape and see, see about the fouls, and the 9 free throws in a minute 15. That's quite a bit. I look at the stat sheet and there are a lot of similar numbers on these stat sheets. I think the way that they really separated themselves tonight was with their athletic ability, their length, and their ability to create turnovers with that, and then also their ability to block shots. I mean, with Boucher is a lot tougher than he looks, and is extremely talented. And then Bell also, they just had the rim protection you need. Outside of that, the numbers are fairly even. The free throw differential killed us, 38 to 17, and they outshot us at the free throw line by 15. And the final score was 17. So, credit to them for making their free throws. They're a heck of a team. They're as good as we've seen in the conference.
Coach, how would you assess how your trap defense played?
I mean, we wanted to sprinkle it in more, and we wanted to try and do it early in the game. Unfortunately, we never had really dead balls or free throws to see about doing that, and then all of a sudden it's 13-0, and like the last thing I'm thinking about then is starting to trap them and potentially open up, expose ourselves to more open shots. So it ruined an opportunity to do that early in the game, which we were hoping to do, and then later it was more out of desperation, and I thought the guys fought, just to keep the margin where it was and not completely lose it out there.
You guys have been pretty good at taking care of the ball. Tonight, was it just more their pressure, or did you feel like you guys got a little bit careless?
Yeah, I think we were a little bit rattled. We weren't strong with the ball a few times. They got us in traps and stole it, and then rattled with the way things were happening and unfolding in the first 3 minutes of the second half. And with all the free throws, then on the offensive end, we became individuals out there and didn't do what we were successful doing against Oregon State, which was more of driving and kicking to each other and sharing the ball. We were coming down, soloing it, and shooting a shot sometimes without making a pass. And when they were contested shots, we weren't making Oregon work on defense, and then they were going back against us again. So that was the issue, with our offense for about 4 or 5 minute period.
Do you think the game was being called tighter in the second half than the first?
I got to watch the tape again. There was frustration. And you got to give credit to Oregon with some of that. They have big physical wing players that really, drive it hard into you and around you. Some of them were around you, some into you, and put the officials in a position where they gotta do something.
How challenging is it to stop a guy like Boucher, who can 6'10" and can step out and hit the three?
Yeah, I mean he's talented, and for Eric it was a tough matchup, and it was hard to get him the playing time I'd like to get him, just with the way he could space the court with the three, and he was flawless, with his shooting. He was driving it, and he was dunking it. He was blocking shots, so he's a big time player.
You guys are at the conference midpoint now. You've been in just about every game. Just how would you wrap up this first half of the Pac-12 season?
It's hard to to really say that it's been a failure, but it's the record is clearly not what we had hoped, and we're below what our expectations were. That being said, we have been very competitive in most games. You know, the games that you are in a close one, inside 2 minutes, you got to grab them if you can grab them. In this league this year, because it's not easy out here with the quality of teams in the conference. And so, you know, this game was winnable for some part of it, and it got away from us in the second half. But you look back and reflect on, you know, the Cal game, the UCLA game, the USC game, you know, and the game and the Stanford game, games we had like real chances to win inside 2 minutes, and we didn't get it done, and that's part of the reason we're looking at the record we have right now.